Okay, guys, I had a cancellation for my podcast guest, but I got a really great replacement. Her name's Isla Kreischer, and she was so sweet. I was the person that was supposed to do my podcast this week had to cancel, and I said, "Oh, bummer! Now I don't have a guest for this week." And Isla just piped up and said, "I'll be your guest." And I said, "Well, that's really sweet. You were just my guest last week." She said, "That's okay. I like it. It's really fun. I like talking to you." And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so touched. Of course. Please be my podcast guests." So Isla and I just chat one-on-one. And I think it was a good, rambly, non-directed, unplanned conversation. We didn't really have a plan. We just kind of sat down and started chit-chatting. And it was really cool. So I know what there's a lot of people who text me about my kids and that they love when I have my kids on. And I never want you or my kids to feel like I'm like, I don't know, exposing them in some weird way. But at the same time, I'm really super proud of them. I think they're great kids and they're such defined human beings and I genuinely enjoy talking to them. And my podcast is about one of the things my purpose was to have real conversations with people who are really in my life about what's really going on in my life, whether it's deep or not. So that kind of lines up with my purpose and in kind of making this community of people who listen to Wife of the Party. So I would just never want anyone to think that I'm putting my kids out there to put them out there. I put them out there on this format because I really am very proud of them. I'm so proud of them. I'm really proud of Isla. And we talk about her sensory processing. We talk a little bit about dyslexia. We talk about how she sees her music. She sees music in colors, which is really cool. She had her first facial tonight. We talk about that. She's got some typical teenage acne. And I thought, hey, let's get a facial and get some advice on skincare products because I don't know nothing about that. So anyway, I thought it was a really good conversation. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for coming back every week and listening and for sharing and for emailing me how much you like my little podcast and for commenting on my Instagram. I really do value and appreciate all your comments, even the negative ones. And I welcome them all. So I hope you enjoy this episode today with me and Isla just shooting the shit on the blue couch. What were we talking about? Were we talking about your hair color? True brunette?
Yeah.
Are you a true brew?
Mm-hmm.
So if you had to choose one other hair color to have forever permanently, what would it be?
Natural?
Yeah. What?
Oh, okay, wait. So I would choose really, really blonde so I could dye different colors.
Aha. Very smart. Like Kelly Brown's hair?
Yeah.
Her hair is so blonde.
She got a haircut.
She did?
Yeah.
Like short? She got a bob?
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to check out Kelly Brown.
Have you had her on here yet?
Yeah, she was on here. She and I talked about her book. She has a book about writing thank you notes about how to say thank you. And she was on, I believe, it was definitely during the pandemic because we did it on Zoom. We Zoomed. But yes, of course she's been a guest. She's such a dynamic,
you should have her
lovely person. I should have her in person. I should. I wonder what we would talk about. Who knows? We talk about everything. And we have no problem talking, Kelly Brown and I. Episode 150. I just heard omnipotently from Halston in the other room. Thank you, Halston. Episode 150. So about 50 episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So it would be blonde so you could dye your hair other colors.
Yeah.
I, like you, like being brunette. I think brunette suits my skin. If not that I would.
Whoa, what? The entire thing.
I said I, like you, being a brunette because I think brunette suits my skin color like you do. Like when I was a blonde, everybody loved me as a blonde and I keep going, but I look so washed out. Like I look like I'm like.
You look good blonde.
I don't know if I look good blonde. I look good light brown, but not blonde. Blonde.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I look good light brown.
You do.
Thanks, Isla. Thanks, Isla.
I like you with dark hair though.
I like me with really dark hair too, but my hairdresser won't let me go really dark anymore.
Why?
Well, it's not because of the contrast between really, really dark hair and the amount of gray roots I have. I'd have to dye my hair like every 48 hours. There's no way I could maintain that. I have to have some light.
Like this.
Some contrast. You see how your roots are? Except mine is gray. And
why don't you,
in the middle. So I can't do that because I'd have to dye my hair constantly.
why don't you just do the top like layer, like a layer lighter?
Like a skunk?
No. I mean like the top layer of hair, like with the scalp, like a light color, and then do like a lot of dark.
Well, I thought I did that, but does it not look that way now? The problem is when you have gray hair, much like what you're talking about, you have blonde hair and you can dye it another color. When the color starts fading, everything gets really light. So I have so much gray that in order for me to keep it really, really dark, I'd have to use some super harsh chemicals to keep it really dark, and that's not good for your hair. Or I have to just do what I do now, which is get it dark, but it has some kind of contrast in it so it's not so drastic when it starts turning lighter. Because when he would do it really dark and it would start washing out, it would start looking like brassy, like it wasn't the right color. Remember? And it didn't look good. So I want it to look good in all phases, like when it's fresh dyed and when it's growing out. So this is kind of the compromise.
A hair dye that you just wash into your hair.
What do you mean?
I think I remember someone in my class used to be like really like a dirty blonde, but then she washed in like brunette, like in a shampoo, and did that in every shower, and her hair never grew out like to be.
Oh, you mean like she shampooed her hair? They make shampoo that has like hair dye in it. Is that what you mean? No, I've never really tried that. I don't know why.
Idea.
Look at you over your idea.
My headache went away, kind of.
Oh, good. So the Advil worked. Yeah. Isn't it a relief when you have a headache and you take something and it starts going away? You start going, oh my God, I didn't realize I wasn't breathing.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
Yeah.
Because I don't breathe when I have a headache. I think it's pain management.
Yeah.
It is pain management.
It is.
Right? It's not fun to be in pain. So thank you for podcasting with me today.
What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
No, you bring up a topic.
No, you bring up a topic.
I can't do that.
Why haven't you read my smutty book?
Mom.
I asked you to read my smutty book, but
I don't want to read it.
Would you like me to read it aloud to you?
No.
Are you sure? I can read it out loud.
Well, I
like bedtime stories.
I'm going to read it.
Are you
going to read it? But I have to do my driver's ed first.
Is that why you're putting off driver's ed?
I need to do my driver's ed first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I need you to read this smutty book. It's pretty good. It's right there forever.
I know, with the locket.
With the locket, I know, right?
It's
that's
so
the old
cheesy.
school. That's my original. You see, that's the one I had in like 8th grade that I wrote my name in. Did you know that?
Why do you write your name in it?
So that if I lost it, someone could give it back to me.
Well, then they'd know that you were reading smutty books.
So what?
Not
unless they read the book. And if they read the book, then we're on the same team, right?
You can just read the description.
No, the description doesn't let you know the level of smut. It's actually not smut. It's not smut.
Lily
I'm
said
just
it was
calling.
smut.
I know because Lily thinks it's smutty, but I don't think it's smutty. It's not.
You sure about that?
So, do you have a boyfriend?
No.
Okay. Well, then you need to read the smutty book to get prepared.
No.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. What do you want
You
to talk
talk about something and I'll continue it.
Okay. How are you feeling about driving? Because you're 15 and a half. Officially, 2 days ago, you were 15 and a half.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
2 days ago?
Yeah, on the 18th.
The 18th wasn't 2 days.
Was it yesterday?
No, it was 2 days ago.
Yeah. Today's the 20th, I think.
Yeah.
So 2 days ago, you were 15 and a half. So legally, 2 days ago, you could take your learner's permit and start learning to drive. So how do you feel about that? Are you excited?
I feel
Are
like
you nervous?
I should have done it over winter break.
Christmas break?
Yeah. But I didn't.
But you didn't. So, okay. Well, it's never too late to start.
I'm going to Tonight, I'm going to do 4 hours of it.
I would not recommend that.
Why?
Because if you start now,
Wait,
it's
so
gonna be bedtime.
So is it like if you read fast, then it's 30 hours? Or do you just have to in all complete the 30 hours? Like they give you a time limit?
You know, I don't know. I didn't have to take this kind of course. You'll have to ask your sister that question.
Because
I think
if
you
it's
just
like
have
if
to
it's
complete
reading,
the course.
It's going to take me like 100.
I can help you if you want help.
No.
But there's, I don't know what it's like. I'm sure it's like if a car is driving 60 miles an hour and the speed limit is 55, are they breaking the law? I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, they're semi-breaking the law.
Semi?
Yeah.
How semi?
Mom, you drive over the speed limit so much.
It's the only place I break the law. That's it. It's just that. So.
It's okay.
I'm in too big of a
does it.
hurry. I have too much to do. I cannot drive 55. That's stupid. On the interstate, I can't do it.
Yeah, and on the highway?
Yeah, I can't do it. No can do.
I mean, I'm good. It's logical, all the thing on the car.
But you still didn't answer my question. How are you feeling about driving?
Okay. That's a good question. So, what was the question again?
How do you feel about driving?
I feel like the seat should be in the middle of the car and not on the side of the car because
Interesting.
Because I'm going to get so confused.
Because you got to keep the car between the two lines, but you're all the way over to the left. Yeah.
So I just have to memorize or get used to. What if I drive in England?
Oh, then you got to do it the other side, on the other side. You know, here's the trick to that. You want to know the trick?
Uh-huh.
If your driver's side tire is inside the line.
What do you mean driver's side? Which one is right?
Well, come on. Driver's side's a pretty logical term.
The side?
The side the driver is on.
Uh-huh.
If you're on the driver's side, you know, there's lines on this, there's stripes on the ground.
Yeah.
If your tire is just inside so you can just see it, you're good. Then you'll never go over this
tire
side.
if I'm...
Well, no, you don't look straight down at your tire. I mean, like when you're looking ahead and you can tell that your car is inside the line on your side, it's never going to be outside the line on the other because the lane is way wider than the car. So if you keep your car where you're lined up, if you can see it on your side inside the line, you're okay on the other side.
Okay. So I need to start taking the course.
Yeah, you do.
It's going to be fine though, because everything is really logical for me.
Yes, you're a very logical thinker. Totally.
With
I don't think you're going to have a problem.
You know, I notice stuff when people drive, and like I take it into the back of my brain.
You do.
So like, I'll be a good driver.
I think you're going to be actually a really good driver. I think you're going to be
better than my sister.
In some ways better than your sister. I think you may be a bit more cautious than she is. And sometimes being cautious is great. And sometimes being cautious is not great. So it just depends on the situation.
How is being cautious not great?
Because if you are too cautious, then someone could hit you because they don't know what you're doing. Like if you move too slowly.
Then I'd be cautious about that.
Then people, just trust me. When you start driving, you'll see what I mean.
Okay.
And when you start driving, you'll go, oh, that's what she's talking about. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to you driving because I think you'll be a very good driver. And I think you'll enjoy the independence. I think you'll enjoy going, I'm going to go to Rite Aid and get a hair dye. I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah. That'd be so nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not allowed to go to Rite Aid to get hair dye.
Well, you can't drive. That's why.
No, because you won't let me go to Rite Aid.
Yes, I will let you go to Rite Aid. What are you talking about? I won't let you buy hair dye at Rite Aid because your hair is so bleached. I'm afraid an inexpensive hair dye might damage your hair.
Whoa, how expensive?
It's like $13 at like Rite Aid.
Yeah.
So
then what is it like at a beauty?
Probably like $30, something like that.
So
it's not crazy. No, I've never really bought like legit hair dye at like a regular beauty supply store. Mm-hmm. I've never actually really bought it at Rite Aid until I bought it for you and your sister. I'm too chicken. I'm really chicken about my hair. I'm a Leo. You know,
you
Leos
like to look good all the time.
No, Leos are very concerned with their mane.
I know.
You know, their hair. So I've never been real risky with my hair because I thought if it looks bad or if I damage it, I can't deal with that. Like, I'm not a vain person. I don't care about makeup. I'm not great at skincare, but I've always, and I don't even do my hair, but I don't want my hair to look like ridiculous either.
Yeah.
So
like how mine looks.
Yours doesn't look ridiculous. I think
It's
it
like
looks,
parted
I think it's so
bangs.
cute. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
I'm not a Leo, so I wouldn't know.
No, you're not a Leo, so you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
So true. What are we going to have for dinner, vegan?
Oh, I can't believe I've been vegan since Halloween.
And why did you become a vegan?
Because I needed some excuse to stop eating candy and bad foods.
You needed some excuse to stop eating candy. Why wouldn't the excuse be I eat too much candy?
Because I can't deal with that. I have to have an excuse.
Yeah. So veganism is your excuse.
Yes.
So,
And it's actually really good. I like it.
did you eat all that lentil soup today?
I didn't have all of it because there were a lot of lentils.
Too many lentils.
Too many.
Not enough time.
I know. And there was a lot. I ate like, if this were the soup, then I ate that little left.
Okay, that's not bad.
So it's like 1.5 fifths
1.5 fifths.
left.
1.5 fifths. I don't know if that's an actual term of measurement. 1.5 fifths.
No, it's half of one.
1.5 fifths. So, okay, let me ask you this. What is different about being a vegan? Like, do you feel different? I know you used to have headaches all the time. You don't really complain about them much anymore.
Yeah. I think it made me feel more like flowy, I guess. Like, it didn't make me feel so like stuffed all the time. Like, it made me feel not lighter, but like not as like
heavy.
Not heavy, but like like disgusting feeling.
And what do you think you were eating that was making you feel heavy and disgusting feeling?
To be honest, I think meat. That sounds bad, but like I think that's, and like the amount of sugar that I ate.
Yeah, you had a problem with sugar. If there was a rehab for sugar, I would have definitely signed you up.
No, I literally ate 7 cookies yesterday.
You used to eat sugar with a spoon out of the sugar bowl. Not just at my house. You would sneak in Kathy Fromkin's sugar and eat her sugar with a spoon.
She told you about that.
Oh, yeah. She totally busted you. And she told me, Isla just eats sugar with a spoon. And I went, yeah. Yeah, I do. Try to get her to stop.
Mean.
Good luck. She's not so mean. She was trying to take care of you.
I'll never forgive her.
It drove you to veganism.
Mm-hmm. And I don't remember what happened. What happened that it was Halloween that happened?
Yes. The Joker went wild.
I was a Joker for Halloween. I actually really liked that outfit.
It was a great outfit. It was really cool. Huh?
The tuxedo.
It was an awesome purple tuxedo that I think you should continue to wear because it was rad. Mm-hmm. It was really cool. You have such a great sense of style.
It's a purple tuxedo for a Joker costume.
No, I know, but you could make it really cool. Next year you could be Prince and wear the same outfit. Right? What else could you be in a purple tuxedo? Probably not much.
A grape.
A grape?
A fancy grape.
A California raisin?
Ooh, like those statue guys?
Statue guys?
The guys that like dress up in silver and like pose.
Yep.
I could be that.
Well, why does a purple tuxedo make you that?
A purple statue?
A purple statue.
Like the Eiffel of Liberty?
The Eiffel of Liberty?
Yeah. The Statue of Liberty?
The Eiffel of Liberty. Yeah. The Statue of Liberty, yes.
Mm-hmm. That looks like you.
It does, right? Halston gave me that. I love it.
Did he make that?
Halston drew that himself.
Really?
No.
Oh.
No, he had someone draw it. It's cool though, right?
Yeah, the nose looks like you.
The nose looks like me?
Yeah, like when you smile.
I like that it has one tooth in the front. It's just one big tooth.
It's supposed to be like cute.
I think it is. I think you can see the little 2 at the very top, but there's
Yeah.
no actual line between the teeth.
It's cute.
I think it's adorable. I love that.
The hair looks like you. It just looks like you.
I know, right? Home run, Halston. Home run. Wife for the party. Wife for the party.
In the other room.
So, did you have fun snow skiing?
Yeah.
You like snow skiing?
Yeah.
You kind of are real natural at it.
You know, I have the moves. I like that, and I wanted to try the snowboarding, but I feel like it would be more difficult to maneuver because I was water wakeboarding. I couldn't get back over the wake with the wakeboard because I'd have to like flip it. Then when I flipped it, I'd just spin around and don't go off the thing. But yeah.
Well, I think whatever you learn first is always easier. So like you learn to water ski first. So that's easier than wakeboarding. You learn to snow ski first. So that may be easier than snowboarding if you learn. I think the first thing you learn kind of becomes the easiest. I don't know why, but you can learn to snowboard. We can always go up to Arrowhead or Big Bear. Actually, you can't ski at Arrowhead, at Big Bear and learn.
Because there are bears there and you're going to die. Oh my God, that still scares me.
That bears still scare you?
Bears, alligators, and bees.
And bees. Well, luckily there are no bears in Los Angeles. And no alligators in Los Angeles.
The zoo is just my worst fear.
Well, you stay out of the zoo. But there are bees.
When we used to go over when there were the crocodile cages where they were under us and there was a bridge.
Where was that?
On top of us. It was at a zoo. We were somewhere at a zoo. And there were crocodiles that had the big.
The caimans?
Yeah. And they were under us while we walked over a bridge.
Oh, that's at the LA Zoo. That's really cool, though, don't you think? No. They can't get you.
What if the bridge breaks?
Nah.
That's literally all of my worst dreams. I had the alligators in them.
Do you have anxiety?
Who you think you're talking to?
What's your anxiety like?
I don't know. Stomach aches.
I
don't know.
What else?
I don't know.
Do you not want to talk about it?
Not really.
How come?
I don't know, Mom.
Well, I'm just asking because talking about it might help somebody listening understand themselves better. They might go, oh, wait a minute. I have stomach aches. I have that too. It might. You don't have to talk about it. I was just thinking out loud.
Why isn't that Mayan statue like outside?
Well, it's not an outdoor statue. It's supposed to be in our other house, but it's a little big and awkward for me to carry it. Maybe we can carry it together.
Right now? Or not right now, after this?
Well, maybe. I'm not sure where to put it.
I think we should put it at the door.
You're supposed to put it at the front door facing the door.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought. To protect your house. But I don't know where to put it that's not awkward. Where it can face our house.
We could put it
at the fireplace and let it face the front door.
No, that's weird. You can
see what I mean? You're stumped too, aren't you?
Yeah. You can put it upstairs facing down.
Well, I guess it could probably go on the porch if we wanted it to, but we already have the foo dogs on the porch.
Yeah.
And they protect your house. So I don't know. I have to figure it out, my little interior designer. So are you making friends at school?
Yes,
I am. Are you liking school somewhat? You are.
Yeah.
What's your favorite class at school?
Not chemistry.
Not chemistry?
No.
How come?
It's awful.
Why is it awful? I love chemistry.
You're weird.
I'm not weird.
No, it's just because my teacher.
Not a big fan.
I mean, I love her as a person. She's super nice.
Yeah.
And she's really blunt and funny.
Yeah.
Not supposed to be funny, but she just makes comments that are like, I don't know. And she does she
teach in a way that's hard for you to understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
She explains things really in detail to the point where they don't need to be in detail. Like if
Okay.
they were just short and simple, then everyone would get them.
Oh, she makes things complicated.
Yeah.
Sounds like. I don't know. I'm not in her class.
Yeah. She like moles.
Like the animal?
No, the
Molecule?
Yeah, molecule, but it's molecular mass.
Oh,
and it's a mole.
Okay.
She just the first day we learned about it, we stopped.
Did I make you yawn?
And we were on Zoom and her computer didn't work. So we didn't hear her talk. We just saw her take the notes and then she never
Wait a minute. Her computer didn't work. So she was talking, but you couldn't hear her?
No, we couldn't hear her. No one could hear her.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
She knew that too. And she kept teaching.
How do you know she knew that?
She told us, she was like, "Hi girls, we just like the tech support people told me my computer audio isn't working."
And she continued on anyway.
Yeah, and she never taught us the beginning of it anymore.
Oh boy.
So we just
So that's your least favorite.
Yeah.
What's your most favorite?
I think it's going to be history now.
Oh yeah.
Because my friend that I really like is in that class now.
Oh yeah.
She transferred from AP
Mm-hmm.
Euro, I think. And Euro is history, right?
Mm-hmm.
AP Euro and to World to second semester.
Yeah, World History 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
What's her name?
Emily.
Emily?
Yeah, she's super funny.
That's great.
Yeah. And
So that makes that class enjoyable.
yeah, it now does because I didn't really have any friends in that class because all the people in it were like they already like made groups and I didn't really feel like I should join a group and maybe make it awkward
Yeah.
for them. So now her and another person that I also have started to become friends with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know her name. But they're
We'll call her new friend.
yes, new friend.
Uh-huh.
They joined the class. So now I'm gonna have fun in that class.
They is that her pronoun?
No, they both.
Oh, they both. Okay. Sorry. Just making sure. Oh, that's cool. So that's made it enjoyable.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with what you're learning. So what is your favorite thing to learn?
Pride
and Prejudice. Pride and Prejudice.
Mr. Darcy.
Mr. Darcy, what?
Oh my God. It's all about the personality with him.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Yeah, he is amazing, right? Uh-huh.
I love him. But I also love Elizabeth.
Yeah.
She's so nice. But she speaks her mind.
Yes.
And I think that's very pleasing of her.
You do?
In that time period.
Yeah. She's very unique and strong in that time period, right?
Yeah.
Not a typical wallflower.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because the rights of man happened in that period, which literally confined like every woman to like a carbon copy of just the same person.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to see that in that time period there was probably girls that were still people.
Yeah.
Instead of objects.
Interesting. So you're enjoying that book?
Yes.
So what would be
Oh, Mr. Bingley is so sweet.
He is very nice.
He's
right?
so sweet. And he's just pure and adorable.
He is pure and adorable.
Uh-huh.
And so is Jane.
Yeah, Jane's motherly.
She's grounded, right?
Yeah. And then he's just adorable.
He is adorable.
He's the cutest little nugget.
And what do you think about their mother?
She's embarrassing, but funny.
Mm-hmm.
She's funny to hear, but like embarrassing because, oh my God, she's just so embarrassing.
She is.
Yeah.
Do I embarrass you like Miss Bennet embarrasses Elizabeth?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yes.
I am never embarrassing. When am I embarrassing? Never.
When you make odd comments.
I make odd comments?
Yeah.
When?
Sometimes when, like today, when you made that odd comment.
Shall I say the odd comment?
No.
Why not?
shall not be spoken of.
I didn't think that comment was odd.
It was.
I didn't think that comment was odd.
It was really odd.
Why?
Because it was mean-hearted.
It was mean-hearted? It was not. I paid you a compliment.
That wasn't a compliment.
I did. I said, I'm so proud of you. I did. I said.
For something embarrassing.
Well, I didn't say I'm so proud of you because you took a poop.
No.
I was very proud of you. I was being sincere. I wasn't being mean. Everyone always thinks I'm mean. I don't think I'm a mean person.
Okay, well, you do this one thing.
What is this one thing?
George was talking about this in the car today.
Was she? Do tell.
You sound like Miss Bennett. What's she? Do tell.
Do tell.
Yes. When you get very aggressive when you talk about things, and then you need to tell something not as important. And you get very serious, like you're like, then you like say what you need to say, but it's not important and like not as important.
What's wrong with that? And how does that mean?
It freaks people out.
Why would that freak somebody out?
Because we think you're going to tell us like the dog died or something.
Are you kidding me? I think you guys are super paranoid. I think you guys are catastrophe
George
thinkers.
and I think the same about it.
So. Well, I think you guys all have anxiety and you all are catastrophe thinkers. How about that?
Ooh,
Georgia told me I did that to her this morning. And I was like...
You did it to her last night.
Last night. I had just eaten a piece of candy, like a caramel. So you know how chewy it is? And I needed to tell her she needs to set up like her Girl Scout cookie store. But I said, hey, Georgia. And she went, yes. And so I got really still. I pointed at my mouth so she knew I was chewing. And I finished chewing. And I very quietly said, don't forget it's cookie season. You got to set up your cookie store. And she went, oh, my God, you totally freaked me out. I thought something serious happened. And I was like, I was just chewing a caramel.
She told me that you slowly put water in the glass and slowly put it on the table.
What?
And that was freaky.
I cannot wait for the two of you to have daughters and to watch you parent those two girls or 4 or 6 or how many girls you guys have. Because
6.
It's going to be enjoyable.
No.
I'm going to go.
I'll just give them to you.
No, you won't. No, you won't. You're going to be a great mom, and so is Georgia if you choose to have children. If you choose.
I'll probably adopt a kid.
Why would you adopt? Not there's anything wrong with it. I'm just curious.
Up my body.
You don't want to mess up your body?
Yeah, for a kid. No, there are other kids that need homes more than that.
Yeah, but your body, okay.
Or
I
will send an egg to a lab and have the baby grown in that. So I don't mess up my body.
It's called a test tube baby.
Yeah.
I'll have a test tube baby.
Yeah. I think everyone would want to do that though.
Why? You don't think people want to experience being pregnant and carrying a baby and delivering it? Some people do.
Did you know that you can deliver a baby in a pool of dolphins and they'll help deliver it?
What?
Yeah. Stop.
Do the dolphins have to wear surgical masks?
No, but they can help.
Do they put gloves on their flippers?
Stop it! No,
they go.
No, they can. They could get aggressive, but
you think? Dolphins can be very aggressive. I would never give birth in a pool full of dolphins.
No, it used to be really. Shut up. Shut up, Mom.
You are hysterical.
No, it's a real thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Should we set that up for you when you're ready to give birth?
Just a test tube baby. No.
We can put the test tube in the pool full of dolphins.
The baby just shoot out of it.
Maybe they can toss it from bottlenose to bottlenose.
No, like spin it.
Exactly.
No.
Where did you get this information?
Sources.
Sources. What source, please?
TikTok.
TikTok. Well, then it's definitely true.
No, it is true. There's documents on it.
Oh my God. I am super excited that I now have sponsors for my podcast. I'll probably be saying this for the next 10 years because I am still super excited that I have a podcast sponsor. And I'm really excited about this one. This one is new to me. And I am so glad I found this app. It is called Today Ticks. And it is an app where you can buy tickets to Broadway shows at a reduced price. You can buy it months in advance. You can buy it the day of. You can buy tickets to Broadway shows in New York, LA, DC, Chicago, Sydney, Australia, London, anywhere. So if you're starting to plan a trip in a city other than the one you live in and you want to go see a Broadway show, Today Ticks is a great app to check out. They have a one-stop shop for theater tickets and the best value on tickets to Broadway and beyond. You just download the app. Or you can go to todayticks.com and find a show that you want to see. I always think I love going to see Broadway shows, but our schedule is so crazy. I almost always end up having to either move mountains to make that date I planned ahead of time or just miss it or move it entirely. So the thought that I could go on an app and buy tickets the day of or the next day or for tomorrow is just so awesome. And you can choose from everything that's on Today's Ticks all in one place. So you don't have to kind of bump around from site to site. It's all in one spot. Getting tickets is easier than ever. With Today Ticks app, you can check out in 30 seconds and get your tickets that easy. You can, again, you can book months in advance or in day of if you're feeling really spontaneous and want to have a quick date for a nice night out to see Broadway. Today Ticks gives you access to exclusive pre-sales, limited time offers, digital lottery programs to sold out shows, and day of discounted tickets. I love all of that. How awesome would it be to have a digital lottery and you win the jackpot of having really amazing seats to Hamilton or whatever show is on your bucket list to see? Broadway shows can be expensive, and this is a great way to go at a little less cost. See that show that you've always wanted to see or discover something new that you'll love just as much for even less. Go to todayticks.com/wife and use promo code WIFE to get $10 off your first Today Ticks purchase. That's the promo code WIFE at todayticks.com/wife for an additional $10 off your first ticket purchase. todayticks.com/wife.
Actually, sometimes I think I have a speech impediment still. I don't know if I do or not.
No, you don't. You know what? You worked really hard on your speech impediment, and you had that speech impediment partly because of the construction of your jaw, which is why you've been in orthodontics for so long, is to fix the structure of your jaw, which has been fixed. Mm-hmm. So in theory, a lot of your speech impediments have gone away because the structure of your jaw is correct now.
That's not true.
Some of it is because you've worked at it.
Yes, that's actually true.
Yes, you have.
I remember in the summer of 8th grade going into freshman year, mm-hmm. when we didn't know that COVID was going to end everything mm-hmm. and just kill everything
right
about school. I was like, I can't go into high school having a speech impediment. That's so embarrassing. So then I looked on YouTube and there was this really good, I looked for SH, J, and CH mm-hmm. together. And this lady had a really good tutorial on how to say it, like cha mm-hmm. and ja yeah. And I just learned from that.
That's great.
And then I just remembered every time I'd just say stuff to myself, like I'd mouth words with using the new technique mm-hmm. over and over again. Like in a day, I'd probably do it like for like at least in all like 4 hours a day.
Wow.
And then I remember it took 3 weeks to get rid of it.
Wow, you tracked it?
No, but I remember it was like in July mm-hmm. and it was like until my birthday almost.
Okay.
Like it started like July 4th.
Okay. Well, it is kind of tracking it to your birthday. That's 2 weeks, 14 days.
Maybe I'm just awesome.
Maybe you are. You know, when you're when you're growing like you are and you try to change something like that, it changes much more quickly than when you get older.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not surprised that it changed quickly.
I also think of pain really weird.
Think of pain really weird.
Yes. Because like pain, I feel like, oh, it's just going to go away in a minute. And if you feel it now, you're not going to feel it. You know?
Sort of.
Like if you get pinched by someone, it only takes a second and then it's fine again. Like that.
Oh, so you don't get really into the pain and like panic about it in the moment. You say, "Oh, this will pass."
Yeah.
Like that. I wonder why you think like that. Do you think it's
because I have a theory.
Okay.
Because I know that I'm going to look back at it and be like, "Oh, I don't remember how it felt." Like that. So I'm just like, "Oh, it's not that bad now because it's not going to be bad in a few minutes."
Right. Well, that's good. That's a good coping mechanism. Because forever and ever you'll do something, even if it's just like stumping your toe, where you'll cause yourself some pain.
Okay, that just messed up.
What?
That just messed up my brain now because now it's forever and ever. No, it's okay. Because then you go back and you look back at it, right?
You reflect.
Is that how you do it? Or do you just panic about it? Yeah. Or do you just
No, I don't panic about pain. I don't panic about that. I just like feel it and then know that it's going to pass. This is kind of what you're saying. I know for sure that this is not going to be here forever. And if I ever have any prolonged pain, I don't like that. It makes me angry. Pain makes me really mad because I don't want it and I don't like it. I don't have time for it. So I start getting really angry. Like when I fell and busted my lip.
Oh, God, that
and
freaks
it hurt
me out.
and it hurt for a long
then
time.
Then the next morning you got a Band-Aid on it. So I just remember like the waking up and the sleepover and then you just had a Band-Aid on your mouth and it was like you were so disheveled.
I was disheveled.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to keep it together too because I fell.
I know.
But you weren't home, were you?
I was home.
You were?
I remember I thought a stool fell.
Oh.
It's okay. You're the equivalent to a stool mom.
I'm so stooly.
Mm-hmm. I thought a stool fell or something. And then you told us the next morning that you fell.
Well, it was that morning. I fell in the morning.
What?
Mm-hmm. I fell at about 6 o'clock in the morning. And then I tried to, because
Oh, then what fell the night before?
It was probably me, but you didn't realize it was already morning. I got up to let the dog out. And when I got almost to the back door, I passed out and fell. And so I got up and kind of cleaned myself off and I tried to lay back down and go back to sleep. But obviously I'd busted my chin open and my nose and my lips. Did
you break your nose?
I did not break my nose, but I did like bust it way up on the bridge and it hurt a lot. But it wasn't broken. So it probably was me that you heard. You just thought it was maybe the middle of the night when really it was just early morning.
Yeah.
It was early morning. Have you ever hurt yourself like that? Yeah, you broke your arm.
Broke my 2 front teeth.
You broke your 2 front teeth. But your teeth don't have nerves like your arm does.
My mouth has nerves.
Your mouth, yeah. Yeah, you broke your 2 front teeth. That was a bummer.
And then when I fell in the bottom of the pool.
Ooh, yeah, and you did it again.
Yeah.
Yikes.
My braces saved me though.
They did.
Ouch. I'm thinking about it now and I'm just disgusted.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Teeth are hard. Mouth is hard. I thought I had broken my teeth when I fell. I thought for sure I'd broken my teeth when I fell.
It's so sad that you don't have the snaggle tooth anymore.
You miss my snaggle tooth?
Yeah.
I do not.
You don't? I liked it.
No, I don't really miss my snaggle tooth.
And I miss your little.
My hole?
Yeah, your hole in you.
Your dad misses that hole in my face too. I had a little hole and the doctor thought it might have been cancer. So they had to take it out, have it biopsied, and it was not cancer, but now it's gone. Your dad loved that stupid hole. It was so cute. I didn't, It
was like a birthmark.
It was not a birthmark.
No, it was like one.
Okay. For you, maybe, yeah. It showed up when I was in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was in high school. I had like a pimple there. And when I popped the pimple, it was like it was there for a long time and it just wouldn't come to a head. So I didn't really pop my pimples until they came to a head, but it had been there so long and it was really hard. So I was like, well, let me see if I can just pop it. And when I did, this like thing that looked like a sesame seed came out and left that hole.
I've had that before. Not the
So-
whole part, but
But I guess it killed that pore that it was in. And so the pore just kind of stayed open. And they couldn't close it up because
it killed the pore.
it killed the pore, right? So it was like a dead pore. And then, when you have skincare, you wash your face, you put lotion on your face, dirt gets in there and it would get clogged and I'd have to like clean it out.
That must be fun.
And then at a certain point it started like getting infected. And that's when I went to the doctors and it was swelling and it was really kind of painful.
Do you miss picking at it?
Not at all. I don't want that thing in my face. I never even really noticed it until it started bothering me. Like if it got full of like moisturizer or something over time, eventually that would all get kind of hard and I have to clean it out again and it kind of hurt for a couple days. But then at a certain point, it just hurt all the time and stayed swollen. Your face looks really good. How do you feel about it?
Probably like red bumps all over it though.
What?
It hurts so bad.
Well, you don't want to talk about it?
No, I can talk about it.
Yeah.
I just had a headache at the beginning, so I didn't really want to.
Okay. So what did you do today?
I got a facial.
You got a facial? Why did you get a facial?
Because I have bad skin.
You do not have bad skin, but you do have some acne. And that's super normal for a 15-year-old. Completely normal. But I didn't grow up with acne much. Skincare wasn't anything that I ever had a problem with. So we went to see a facialist so she could help us learn how to take better care of your skin, right? Because I just wash my skin and that's it. But that doesn't really work for you. So we needed some help.
Yeah.
Some guidance.
Yeah. Oh my God, it felt like needles.
It
when
did.
she was popping everything.
Yeah.
And I asked her if she watched Dr. Pimple Popper.
What'd she say?
She said, yeah, but that's more medical.
Yeah.
That's way more medical. And I was like, okay. It was really nice at the beginning and end, though. The middle.
Well, what was in the beginning and the end and the middle? That's all of it. Beginning and middle is like the whole thing. So
no, then it was nice at the beginning and the end. Okay. Not in the middle.
Not in the middle when she was popping your stuff.
Yeah. The beginning, she like steamed.
And
then like rubbed stuff on my face. And then she kept like circling around my eyes.
Oh, did it feel good?
Yeah.
Did it make you kind of sleepy?
No, it actually didn't.
No,
because I was afraid. I was like, as Dad said, I was afraid that I was breathing on her.
You did.
I didn't like. Yeah.
Every time I get a facial, I fall asleep and I snore. Every single time. And I always say, I apologize ahead of time. I'm definitely going to fall asleep and I might snore. And I always do.
I couldn't have fallen asleep in the middle.
No,
not
in the middle. No.
It's awful.
It was awful?
I mean, it wasn't. It's not her fault. But like, it just, because she kept going like on the places that are like not roughened up.
Not roughened up?
Yeah, like their skin, not like rough skin. Like my chin is rough skin. My cheeks are rough skin. My nose and my forehead, like this part, like
is it more
in
sensitive?
between? Yeah,
a little more tender. Yeah, oh, with it tender. Well, did you like it though? Overall, like, are you glad you did it?
Kind of. I mean, now I'm afraid that I'm gonna like break out severely now.
Why?
Because everything's open and it gets stuff in it.
Well, no, but she put a lot of product on your face before you left, right?
Yeah.
Didn't she put stuff on it? So that closed it back up. So
I don't know that though.
You don't know that? Just gotta wait and see. Oh, jeez.
I should just go to sleep now. And
you should. Just screw homework. Who wants homework anyway?
I don't know if I have homework tonight. Homework sucks.
Why does homework suck?
Because it just does. It's boring. It teaches you nothing in life.
Well,
you agree with that. I'm going to decide for you. You agree?
I do not agree with that for several reasons. Would you like to know what they are?
Semi?
Okay, I'm going to tell you. We are put on this planet, in my opinion, to learn.
Not homework.
Homework is part of learning. You learn so much more than what the homework is.
Not the amount, though.
No, I agree with you. I think that you should have the same homework I had when I was in high school, which was about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I had about 30 minutes. I might rarely, every once in a while, have an hour.
I have 4 hours.
Not every night, but you do quite often have many hours of homework.
Because most of the time I zone out a little. And then when I zone back in, I have to go back to my homework.
Well, that's part of what learning is learning how to stay focused, learning how to do something you don't want to do, learning to learn something you're not interested in. These are pieces of homework that will help you for your whole life in so many ways that have nothing to do with the subject matter.
Why don't they just teach that another type of thing?
That would be great. And I don't think that people are teaching homework for that. They're teaching homework. They're giving you homework so that you can learn what their subject matter is. But my philosophy is homework has a greater purpose. Just like brushing your teeth every night is not only does it take care of your health, but it also teaches you to be consistent with something that may not be the most fun because it's the right thing or the best thing or the good thing for you to do.
I want to get another toothpaste so it tastes good and I like to brush my teeth more because mine hurt.
Your toothpaste hurts?
Yes, it's too spicy.
Too spicy. What kind of toothpaste are you using?
Mint.
Well, all of them are mint.
No.
That has like licorice flavored. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, Lily uses because she hates mint.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that people can be allergic to mint.
Yes, people can be allergic to mint. Yes.
So freaky. What do
Makes
we
their
have for
lips
dinner?
swell up. I mean, they look like this. Makes your lips swell up and they're all like, ooh.
I don't even need Botox.
Like that.
What should we have for dinner?
I don't know. Are you getting hungry?
A little.
Vegan dinner, huh? Well, I was going to make that pasta dish that we saw that has like the chickpeas and the kale and the
That's
stuff.
a lot, though. I want a light dinner.
But you want a light dinner?
Yeah.
Well, we had a light lunch. You had soup. I had salad.
Yeah, but I've been snacking.
I may need to have a little more than like a salad.
Should we split up for dinner?
Should we split up? Are you breaking up with me?
Yes. Nothing lasts forever.
Whatever you want.
Forever.
I don't know.
Nothing lasts
forever.
Forever.
Forever. Oh, really? Oh, if only people would read forever.
No.
Then we could discuss it. We could discuss all the smuttiness.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to do for dinner. But yeah, I think learning, to get back to my philosophy on learning, because I really like to talk about learning, because learning is one of my favorite things to do. I think that's why I didn't mind homework, because I've always genuinely liked to learn. And to me, there are opportunities to learn everywhere, from people, from animals, from...
You're just perfect, aren't you?
You're
just a
I'm not
little
perfect.
angel.
I'm not perfect.
I don't know how you can like learning like that.
I like all kinds of learning. Now, listen, if someone said, I need you to read this history book, I would not be super happy about it. I'm not like that. But I do like to learn. And here's a perfect example. When you were in 8th grade and we were in virtual learning, I had a no interest in reading the 8th grade U.S. history book. No interest whatsoever. But I knew that if your teacher is assigning you 35 pages in a textbook to read, that was too much for you to do in one day. It's too much for anybody to do in one day. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to read with her, and we're just going to barrel through it and get it done. And while I was there, I actually went, well, I have to do this anyway. I enjoyed learning or relearning 8th grade history because it's something I hadn't really thought too in depth about for a very long time. Would I choose to read your textbook as a 51-year-old person? I would not. But if I have to do it anyway, then I'm going to approach it as an opportunity to learn. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I would never choose to read your textbook. Nobody in their right mind would go, well, you know what? I'm going to read a textbook today. It's so exciting. Mm-hmm. But if you have to do it anyway, then you have a choice about how you approach learning. You can approach it as a dreadful, terrible, exhausting, I don't care, this is boring. Or you can approach it as, I'm not really interested, but let me see what I can learn here. Maybe there's something I can learn here. And if you have that curiosity in life, I think you end up a happier person. It's not just about, it's about, to me, my goal as an adult and a human being is to be happy. So a lot of happiness is your mindset, is how you decide to view something, your perspective. So you can look at, walking the dog as a huge, terrible, inconvenient chore, or you can look at walking the dog as an opportunity to be outside in nature, to bond with your dog.
Well, of
to
course
get some
I
fresh
do
air.
that.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying in general, a person could look at the same task and see it as a negative or as a positive.
Well, where,
See what I mean?
how?
I mean, let's talk about COVID. I had COVID, but what a positive that I actually got to take 5 days off. Like, I didn't do anything. I didn't feed the dogs. I didn't cook a meal. I didn't do laundry. I didn't have to take care of anybody. I didn't have to email anybody. I got to totally unplug, albeit I was sick, but at the same time, I wasn't destitute, desperate, can't function for all 5 days. I watched TV shows. I like being by myself. I never get to be by myself. I enjoyed being alone. I read magazines that I'd been trying to catch up on forever. I texted with my family. I did all kinds of stuff. So I took that time and went, okay, I can be miserable and wallow in here that I'm sick and I have COVID and I'm missing everything. Or I can go, okay, this is kind of nice to be in here by myself. I'm enjoying our guest bedroom. It's quite comfortable. I looked a few things in there where I was like, it needs a heater in here because I'm awfully cold and the rest of the house is warm. So maybe this isn't getting enough heat. You're totally glassed over. You've stopped listening to me entirely. Does that make sense?
Yeah. The guest bedroom's scary, though.
Why?
Because there's a big space under the bed and 2 closets. And there's windows.
I like that room. I think it's quite comfortable.
It's so freaky to me.
It's all by yourself.
Yeah, because what if there's someone under the bed and you sleep and then they're...
I know. I used to be that way too.
Do you know my worst fear about someone being under the bed?
Is snoring?
No.
That you will fart and they will smell it.
No, because I feel like they're going to have a knife. They're going to dig up through the mattress and get to me and then stab me in the back and I'm going to bleed out in my bed.
Oh, God. I always think the arm's going to come up from the side.
Mom, stop. You're making...
As a kid, I always thought it would go whoosh and grab me. And I'd be like, ah! I was always scared someone was under my bed until I was quite old, actually.
I have to look under my bed every night.
Oh, I would never look. Because I thought if I looked, I would definitely see somebody. 100%.
No. Well, that's why I check. I go to the other side of the room, look under the bed.
Yeah. No. I'd just go get my cat and make him sleep with me. And if there was someone in the room, he would know. He was my litmus test.
That was my coping mechanism until Gus left me.
Gus left you for an older woman. Her name's Mom.
In Georgia.
He left you for me. He sleeps with me every night.
No, it's so mean.
I love that.
And then when I have Mac in my room, all he does is sit by the door and look at me forlornly.
I wonder why he does that. You would think he'd be like, I get to sleep in a bed? Hot dog.
I know. I think he wants to hear everything, though. My room is really closed off to the rest of the house.
That may be, and that's a good dog. Maybe he misses Izzy. Maybe you could sleep with both of them.
I can't believe Izzy snuck out.
She did. She
weaseled snuggled with me.
She did. She went straight to you, didn't she? She didn't come looking for me.
That's so sweet.
She went straight to you.
It was so sweet. Because then I been snuggling with her, and it was for something.
Yeah.
I have a reward now. It's not Georgia who's her favorite now. It's me.
I don't know that she has any favorites. I think that she loves you both for separate, different reasons. You snuggle with her all the time after school. So I think she loves you just as much as she loves Georgia.
Because she's warm and I'm cold when I get home from school.
She's very warm, isn't she?
That's why I snuggle with the dogs, because I'm a heat-seeking missile.
Because you're skinny.
No, because I'm like Mona. I need to get in the crevices.
Oh, Mona. What are we going to do when Mona kicks the old bucket?
I don't want to talk about that.
It's going to be sad,
It's going to be quiet.
It will
There's
be quiet.
not going to be any barking.
She barks so much.
Yeah, she barks to get in and out of the gates.
She barks at nothing. I came in my room this morning. She was staring at the wall. She was barking literally at the wall.
I know.
She's just old, you know?
Yeah, she needs to have some hearing aids or AirPods.
AirPods. Maybe we could put some AirPods in her doggy ears. What do you think?
I can't believe those work.
They do.
For like hearing aids.
Papa J uses them all the time.
Really?
He said they were like a total game changer. Yeah. He could hear the TV because it uses your phone as like a microphone. Isn't that cool?
What if your phone dies?
If your phone dies, then you're deaf again, I guess.
Then you're screwed.
You're out of luck. SOL.
SOL.
You've never heard of SOL?
Soul?
Shit out of luck.
Oh.
SOL.
SOL?
Yeah. It's
like BBL. Saying. Brazilian butt lift.
BBL, man. What show were we watching that had that person that had that makeup artist that had the BBL?
What?
The guy that had the BBL?
I don't know.
Remember that show we were watching? And this guy makeup artist had the most ridiculous BBL I've ever seen. And he wore a thong that stuck out from his jeans. And I don't mean this offensively if I'm saying the wrong term. I don't think he was trans. I think he was a gay man who was a makeup artist.
No, you didn't say the wrong terms.
I didn't?
No.
Okay, good. I really didn't want to. But he had this big BBL and he had a thong. You could see the top of the thong.
Was it pink?
Huh?
Was it pink, the thong?
I don't remember what color the thong was. I was too busy looking at the BBL.
I don't remember this at all.
Maybe, you know, right?
I remember it.
What was it?
Was it the housewife thing?
No, it was some TV show, though. Some reality show where one of the people that live in the house is a trans woman, and she has her own line of makeup. Hype House? Is that it?
I don't think it's Hype House.
I've never heard of that. Are you sure it's Hype House?
It was probably.
Do you watch Hype House, Halston? Truth be told, do you know the man I'm talking about with the BBL?
I don't remember that.
I literally could not take my eyes off it because it is actually, that does not exist in nature.
Well.
Right, that BBL, that doesn't exist in nature, right?
Corgis.
Corgis?
They're so cute.
Did you get that video I sent you of the corgi?
Yeah, with the butt. They're walking.
No, the corgi with the Superman cape on and he jumped over the fence.
No, you sent me another one with this corgi with like little snow on its back walking. You can see the BBL moving.
Oh, it does have kind of a BBL, doesn't it? No, this one was a corgi and he had a Superman cape on and he ran and he jumped over a fence. And when he jumped over a fence, his front legs and back legs went totally flat. He was like a missile. It was really cute. Check your Insta.
I will.
Check your Insta. Hype House. I didn't even watch a full episode. I just watched the makeup artist. I couldn't take my eyes off his BBL.
It was probably the trailer to it on Netflix. Did you watch it though?
I didn't watch the whole episode.
You watched a little?
I watched that part of it he was doing the trans woman's makeup. She was beautiful. But I think she might be drama. I don't know. I haven't seen the show.
I haven't. What
are you watching right now?
I don't actually know. I'm watching a lot of South Park. Oh my God. Yeah, I started South Park. It's so funny.
Isn't it funny?
It's so funny. Oh my God, it's so funny.
You like it
and then the guy that has a name that starts with a C.
Cartman?
Cartman. He's my favorite.
Is he your favorite?
Because he's just so... His voice.
He's so hysterical.
Just so funny.
Shut up, Kyle.
He's so funny.
It's so funny.
Yeah, I've been watching that, and I've been watching like weird people interviews with like people with schizophrenia and multiple personality disorder.
Why are you watching that?
Because it's really interesting to see how their brain works and like how it's like affecting them in life and like it's just interesting.
What interests you about it? That they kind of live in an altered reality sometimes?
Yeah.
And how they process that?
Mm-hmm. And then how it, not with schizophrenia, but like with personality disorders, like how it developed, like narcissism and
schizophrenia.
No. Sociopath and antisocial personality disorder. God, that one's so interesting.
I don't know anything about that. What is that like? Antisocial personality disorder?
It's what Ted Bundy had, where you're really smart. And not everyone that has it is like that. But I think from what I've heard, it's like you can't feel emotions really, and your heart rate doesn't go up or anything. Like if you're getting pulled over by a police officer, your heart rate doesn't go up or anything like that. Like you're always calm. Nothing's a threat. Yeah. Psychopath is in that thing too. If you have antisocial personality disorder, you probably have psychopath. You're probably a psychopath or a sociopath.
But a psychopath has no regard for human life.
Yeah. And then a sociopath doesn't really have, I don't know what the difference is that much. A sociopath is made and a psychopath is born.
Really?
That's the difference.
Really? And how's a sociopath made?
By
probably eggs, or?
No, probably by parenting and like childhood trauma and stuff like that. And then a psychopath was born like that. I'm pretty sure from what I remember.
Born this way.
Yeah, born this way, baby.
Ooh, there ain't no other way, baby. I was born this way. I would hate to be born like that. That would kind of be a sad existence if you could never feel anything.
Well, you would. They're really good at manipulating. Is the thing. And I watched, I've just been watching a lot of like that type of stuff and like OCD. And OCD, I would hate to have OCD.
Where do you find this stuff?
YouTube, probably.
You know your dad has OCD.
I know that.
And does it help you understand your dad better?
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Because like some of the things, like how they rituals that he did, like I remember whenever he's like walking on the treadmill and like all three of the same numbers goes up, he has to say like a prayer or something like that, like every single time.
Yep. Like
I get that, and I get how it'd be uncomfortable for that to happen every single time. And like with other things he does like I can just understand it better, I guess, from knowing more like of the background of where it comes from.
Where does it come from?
It's okay. I don't really know, but like how I've seen like interviews with people like who have it and like what happens with them when they have it and like how it's like developed.
It's my phone. No, I need to not have my phone in here. You are right.
Can I see?
Yeah, hold on. He is, you're right. This is the exact guy. Is he trans? Okay, I didn't think so. I think he's just a guy. I assumed he was gay. That's maybe a bad assumption, but I just assumed that he was.
Pink thong. I told you.
It was pink. You're right.
I just guessed that. I'm just so good.
Oh my Lord, have mercy. Well, he's got great abs, right? This looks like a very comfy outfit. But the BBL scares me a little bit. Yeah. How does it feel, do you think, to sit on a BBL? Does it feel like you're sitting on a pillow? Do you think it's that mushy?
Yeah. Probably.
I don't think it's that mushy.
Do you think you feel the BBL?
Yeah. How could you not feel it?
How much skin would you have to get a BBL?
Yeah, I guess you'd have to stretch it out. That might hurt.
The stretch marks would be.
Then you have to rub cocoa butter on it so it stretches without stretching it.
Is that really how it works? Do you have stretch marks from getting pregnant?
No. I am perfection. No, I don't have stretch marks from getting pregnant. No. I was very lucky. I don't know what causes stretch marks. I don't know if it's just kind of...
It's growing too fast.
I think it is from stretching too fast and it tears the fascia.
Yeah, and then it just scars like that.
It does. But I think some people are more prone to it than others. Some skin types are more prone to it.
You say I have your skin type.
But I don't really know. I may be totally wrong. But that's what I've always heard is that some people are more likely to have it than others.
I feel like pale people.
You feel like pale people?
I feel like pale people would get it more.
I don't know.
Well, that's not true.
People who eat too many cheeseburgers while pregnant.
Huh, I'm vegan.
Oh, I'm vegan. Pass. I don't have that problem. Right?
Yeah.
So you're watching things about psychology and South Park.
Yeah, 2 different subjects.
2 different. What are you listening to?
Okay. So, I didn't know I was listening to this in 6th through 8th grade.
Yeah.
But I was listening to Green Day.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that, but all I remember was the hand with the grenade of the heart
On the album cover.
Yeah, because I don't read that. I don't read the artist. I just remember the album covers.
Yeah.
And when they change, I get so confused.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember the song names either.
Because you're visual. You're not verbal.
Yeah.
So you remember things that are visual, like the cover of the album as opposed to the name. Because that's a verbal memory. Makes sense.
Like I don't know the artist that sings my favorite song.
What's your favorite song?
I don't remember the name either, but I remember the cover. The cover it's actually a really sad song, but the beat is really good.
Yeah.
It's like a blue background with like green rips things, but they're like really marbly. It's the one, the song is like, please don't go, I love you so.
No, I don't know that song.
Really weird.
Please don't go, I love you so.
It's just, I don't know. It's a good song.
Okay.
And what were we talking about?
What you're listening to right now?
Oh, Green Day. I started listening to that again. And oh my God, Jagged Little Pill.
Great album,
It's
right?
so good. I didn't even know it existed until we watched the documentary.
Yeah. It's a good documentary, right? It's a good album.
She seems really fun.
Yeah, I like her a lot, Alanis Morissette. It's a really good album. That whole album, there's not one song on that album that's not great.
Yeah, because I got the record of it, and I started listening to it upstairs before you came upstairs and started listening to it with me. And I didn't recognize the first song at all, but it was really, really good. And then the next song, I didn't recognize that either, but it was still the same level of good. And then the third song I recognized, because it's the one that she got famous for. And then it's all like the same type of level, I guess.
Like the same type of music?
No, like level of goodness.
Oh, I see. Like all of them are really good. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really, really good album. That whole album's really good. I just listened to an album. It's a little darker music, but it's Tori Amos's Little Earthquakes. That whole album, start to finish, is so good.
I don't actually like Radiohead that much.
You don't like Radiohead that much?
No.
I am not a fan.
I liked them. I liked the name of them.
Yeah.
And then I started listening to them and they were just too slow for me.
Yeah.
And too like
I feel like I'm too dumb for Radiohead. That's the way I feel. I feel like all the smart, elite, I know everything about music people love Radiohead. And I know a lot about music, but I don't like Radiohead. And I keep trying. Your dad loves them. And I keep going, somebody shoot me. I don't want to spend my night listening to this whole damn thing. Like one song, okay, but I can't listen to an evening of Radiohead. I can't do it. It's just not my. That's the thing about music, and all art is subjective. It depends on what you like. The only thing that matters is what you like. You don't have to like it because everybody else does. I don't like Radiohead.
I mean, they're like, I understand where they're coming from, and I really like one of their songs.
Yeah,
but I don't. Yeah, the same thing. I don't think I could listen to it on loop.
No, I don't think I could either. I wonder if you'd like Beck. Beck's awesome.
Beck, like BBL?
Like BBL? Like Beck Door? No, Beck is an artist. He sang, oh gosh, I don't know if you know. I'm a loser, baby.
Yeah.
So why don't you kill me?
I don't think I like that. That's like red music almost.
What's red music? Communist?
No. Like music has different colors almost.
Oh, for you?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was
So-
some like hip slang, like
No.
teenager turn. That's like
No.
red music.
No.
Oh, it's red.
And then like, see, Green Day has blue, is like the blue tones. My favorite song is a blue tone kind of.
Oh, interesting.
And then
Synesthesia? What is that? Oh, that's a thing, Isla. Synesthesia, when you see music in color.
I mean, Fur Elise is purple, so.
Fur Elise is purple?
Yeah, it's like dark, vibrant purple.
Really?
Yeah.
How fascinating. That's interesting. I do not see music as color. I see music as story.
Well, I see it as story too. I don't like music I can't visualize.
Ah.
Yeah, I need to visualize something while I listen to music. That's why I can't focus if I listen to music while doing homework.
Oh, because you get too into the visualizing of it.
Yeah, and then I like zone out while visualizing it, and then
It takes you on a trip.
yeah.
That's awesome. Music transports you.
Yeah, it's sad though because I can't do anything while listening to music and like focus on the music or I focus on the thing.
Well, that's why I do mindless things while I listen to music, like fold laundry. Folding laundry is unbearable without music, in my opinion. If you put music on, then I just get into the music because the folding of the laundry is so mind-free. Same with cleaning the kitchen. I have a harder time listening to music like if I'm following a recipe, but like if I'm just cooking dinner, I love to have music on because it does the same for me. I focus so much on the music. I get too much into like singing the song or, really paying attention to it that I can't do other things and listen to music too that I have to really focus on.
Mm-hmm.
I need to have the music while I'm doing stuff that doesn't matter, like laundry.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you know that dyslexic people can visualize in 3D?
no. How did you know that?
TikTok.
TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, the wealth of knowledge in TikTok.
I know. They're like these accounts that like are like information accounts.
Yeah.
So they just give you information.
So, what do you think? You don't have any point of reference of what it's like not to be dyslexic. So
it must suck.
It must suck to not be dyslexic?
Yeah.
Why? Because I don't hear music in color?
No. No, it's just, well, actually, it must suck to be dyslexic with the reading part. Actually, I wish I weren't dyslexic so I could enjoy books.
But the good thing now is almost every single book you can get on an audiobook. So you can enjoy a book.
I know, but it's still not the same.
It's not like quite the same. You're right.
Like in a quiet space reading like a book.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same because like so many people love books and I can't get into them like they do because I can't read them.
I think that would really suck. Because I love to read a book. It is different. I was talking about this with Kirsten actually on an episode of ours. She was so busy for our last book club book that she didn't have time to actually read it. She listened to it on audiobook. And she said she kind of regretted that because it takes away the visualization part of reading because the person reading the book aloud puts their tone and inflection into that interpretation of the text. And so it colors your visualization instead of you putting your own tone and inflection into the text, and then you get to visualize what's happening. So I understand why you would say that. Mm-hmm. I completely agree. I think it would be frustrating to see other people reading and enjoying books in a way that is hard for you. I think it's something that your papa has the same dyslexia you had, and he is now actually a really good reader. He doesn't go anywhere without his Kindle because you know why? Practice.
I've been practicing though.
But he's 74 and he didn't start really enjoying reading until he was like in his 50s because it just took him longer to get to the place where he enjoyed it. He is constantly reading. He doesn't go anywhere without his Kindle. He has so many different varieties of Kindle. I asked him why, and he said he has them for different like times of day to read because sometimes it's darker, and he likes like one indoor and one outdoor for the way that it functions. He's really into reading. He loves to read historical novels or history books. And he is nerd. But I mean, I think that's really cool. So my point in saying that is I may have been enjoying reading from the time I could read, but it just may take you longer to get there. Mm-hmm. If you continue to practice, one day you may go, hey, I totally get this book. And I have to tell you, the books they have you read in school are not enjoyable most of the time because it's not something that you're interested in reading. Like, even though you're listening to Pride and Prejudice on your audiobook and reading along, you're interested in that story. And when you're interested in a story that you're reading, no matter how well you read it better.
I actually really like the books they give at school.
You do?
Reason. Yeah, like I loved the books. It's The Book Thief.
The Book Thief.
So sad. I loved Speak. And I loved what is it called? I hated Lord of the Flies.
Yes. I don't like that book either.
It was so sad. And then there was also another really good one. I didn't like Rebecca. Rebecca sucked.
Yeah, we watched that movie, didn't we? Aww.
It's anticlimactic.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think it's really good that you enjoy books as much as you do, because I've watched you read throughout your high school career, or not high school, your school career. And I see that it is really challenging sometimes, but for the most part, until you get to a certain age, most of your reading is in a textbook.
I know.
You didn't really get to read really good, interesting books until high school.
Mm-hmm.
So unless reading, I never went, boy, I can't wait to read my science book. I read books and also, I didn't grow up with a lot of money. We didn't have unlimited resources of money. So, but I always, as a kid, when you go to a store, you want to buy something. I want something at the store. And Papa J would say,
I used to do that.
You don't get it. You can't have a toy, but I will always buy you a book. But you have to read the book. So if you want something, I'll buy you a book. So I'd buy a book every time we'd go somewhere. I'd get a book because then I got something. Kids want to get something when they go to a store.
I don't know why you got Stephen King.
Well, that wasn't until high school. I'm talking about when I was younger.
So freaky though. I can't.
Why?
Stephen King is scary.
He's such a good writer, though. I think the reason my next book club book with Kirsten and Kathy is a Stephen King
Which
book.
One?
It's Carrie. It's Carrie.
Carrie or the dog?
Carrie. Cujo is the dog. Okay. Carrie is the girl who can move things with her mind.
Oh.
Telekinesis.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one. The one that stayed with me is that girl. The girl was doing the deed. And then the guy died on top of her.
Oh, that's called Gerald's Game.
That one freaked me out.
That
one, your
really
description of it. Could they even make a movie of that?
Yes, they did. They made a movie on Netflix.
Was it good?
I never watched. I keep forgetting about it. I heard it was really good though. But what I like about his books is when you're reading him, it's very effortless to read. Mm-hmm. It's like listening to someone tell a story verbally. He's very easy to read. And he does a really good job at creating characters that you understand and recognize right away. Uh-huh. Like you understand who that person is and what their motive is and what's going on for them. Unless it's like the scary person where you're supposed to not really understand. But usually his hero or heroine is someone that's
straightforward.
I can see every person in every one of his books I've ever read. I can see them. Like I can see the world and I can see the people walking around in the world. And I really feel like I'm in that book. I'm in it. I usually don't want to put it down until I'm finished with it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I feel that way. I'll talk about it with them on my podcast episode. But, at first I was like, I can't believe I'm reading this book again. But I eventually was like, I'm really glad I read this book again. Mm-hmm. I'm really glad I remembered why I liked him so much. And I understood better why I liked him at that age. you know.
I would never understand that.
No, you don't have to.
My therapist told me not to read scary books, Mom.
Your therapist did.
Do I have gum on the bottom of my shoe?
No, you do not. It's clean as a whistle.
Thanks for buying me these shoes.
You like them?
I really like them.
They're really cute on you.
I really, really like them. They fit really good. The thing is, when I get into them, my heels go up the shoe because they're small. And I have this a normal ankle. And then
what's small? Your heel
my
or
foot? And then to my ankle contrast. So then my heel goes up them, but they're really comfy when I start walking them because I feel like everything's compact.
Okay.
I remember when Dad used to suffocate my foot while putting my shoe on.
What? What do you mean he would suffocate your foot?
I'd ask him to tie it really tightly so I wouldn't feel my foot.
I think you were like Japanese in a past life and they bound your feet.
To be honest, this is going to sound really bad, but that would feel so not the breaking of the foot, but just the tight shoe.
Well, you've always been like that. You liked a tight swaddle when you were a baby. The tighter the swaddle, the better the sleep for you. You've always liked to be really tight and stuff until you got to a certain age, and then everything on your clothing was baggy. But you were
that was like in
fourth
grade.
It was fourth grade. It was fourth grade when you started wearing baggy shirts.
They're comfy, so I like them.
Is that why you wear them?
Yeah,
because they're comfy.
Yeah, It just feels more like,
free.
Yeah. And not so stressed, I guess. Tight clothing kind of stressed me out.
Yeah. Can we talk about your sensory processing stuff?
Yeah.
So, so when you were really little, you had a hard time with shoes,
underwear,
socks, and underwear for sure. And what do you feel you still have problems with?
All three.
All three still?
Yeah.
And what's interesting to me is what I don't understand because I don't have this, and forgive me for not understanding it. I don't have any personal experience of it. I put something on that's uncomfortable and I do what you do about pain. And I go, in a few minutes, it'll be totally fine. But you don't seem to be able to do that. Sometimes you can.
Yeah.
And sometimes you cannot. And there's no rhyme or reason to it for me. Like I can't, obviously there's some things where I go, she's definitely not wearing this skin tight, like tank top. She's not going to wear that.
Yeah.
But I mean, with some things, like I'll buy you something that looks like something you already have and it will be intolerable and I can't predict it. So not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with it. I find it interesting that sometimes things work and something almost identical, or maybe there's been times when you've worn an outfit one time and then the next time you go to wear it, you can't tolerate it. What do you think that's about?
I think it's mostly based on the day.
The day?
It, like, for me, it's not like every single day that it's like bad or anything like that. I think it like fluctuates, I guess. Because like some days I'm fine with putting on my shoes and I'm fine with that type of stuff and I'm fine with everything like that. But then on other days I'm like and it's just like,
what does it feel like on the days when you're like that?
It just feels like, like if someone behind you and they like scared you, like the moment that you're scared, like that little like jolt
sort of
moment, like the height of that moment is how it feels like the entire time.
So it sounds kind of like intense and maybe raw.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. And then you feel like you need to like, how like you are really anxious about something and then like you stop breathing. It's like that feeling too.
Where you can't breathe.
Yeah. But it's not a feeling of I can't breathe. It's a feeling of if I breathe, my foot will move, which will make it more uncomfortable. And then I will like stop everything and like.
Do you think it triggers like a fight or flight type response? Like I got to get out of here type of response?
Yeah.
Do you think it's related to your anxiety?
No.
No. You think it's totally different?
Yes.
Does it trigger your anxiety?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's totally different.
Got it.
Triggers it, but it doesn't like, I don't know.
The anxiety doesn't cause it, but it
Yeah.
causes anxiety.
Yeah.
So I wonder what causes it. I wonder why on those particular days, what's going on in your body. Like if it's a chemical thing, if it's a hormonal thing, if it's
I think it just depends on how I first put something on or how it first feels.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is, but it like, I don't know. Or if something gets in like the wrong place, like if my bra like goes up my armpit too much, I will freak out. And then I'd have to go like to the bathroom in school and fix it. Stuff like that.
Interesting.
Or it feels like, you know, if you're like about to cry and you have like that knot in your throat, it feels like that as well.
All of this sounds like anxiety.
Well, it's anxiety producing. The uncomfort, like the discomfort.
Is that why you don't like me to touch your hair?
Yes. I hate that. I hate when people touch me. Like when you pinched my armpit today.
I tickled you. I did not pinch your
my
armpit. I went like this. Wicka, wicka, wicka.
Yeah,
it was
that
one
just-
finger. You can't pinch with one finger.
No, but then the feeling of that stayed behind. And I just felt like that for like a little while.
Oh, God.
I didn't like it.
It's the residual of the mom touch. It's terrible.
Hate when people touch my hair.
You hate when people touch your hair?
I'd rather just go bald.
I hated when people touched my hair too.
Or when I have shaved legs.
What about it?
The feeling of putting pants on with shaved legs.
Oh, you don't like shaved legs?
No, I like them shaved, but I need to like wait for like a day to make them grow out a little so it feels normal.
So smooth leg, absolutely completely smooth shaved legs and pants is no bueno.
I mean, it's fine. I can deal with that, but like it's awful.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Just let them all be hairy.
No.
Just braid your leg hair and then you won't even notice. Then you could drag it behind you, like you know how those animals have like the fins on the back of their calves, those like fictional like sea creature animals, and you could just be hair.
You could gel it.
Yeah, totally. You could gel it.
Hairspray.
You could make a pompadour on your calf.
What is a pompadour?
Pompadour.
What is a pompadour?
It's the big hairdo that goes whoosh on the men where they put this gel on it.
There it goes like
Elvis
Presley.
Like Elvis Presley or like Danny and Danny Zuko in Greece.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, like a pompadour. You know, whatevs.
Pompadour.
Well, your sensory processing has always been you have a fascinating brain. And you know, I think I'm your mom on purpose. Like I think that you were supposed to be mine.
That's mean.
Why?
It's supposed to be yours.
Well, you are mine. You're my daughter. What are you talking about? But I think your spirit came to me to teach me stuff so that I could learn stuff about patience and tolerance and understanding, because it takes a lot of understanding to be able to kind of go, what's going on here? And how can I help? And what must this feel like? And I think you feel most of the time that I just go, oh, this is ridiculous. But I don't. I just a lot of times feel helpless and at a loss and unsure what I'm supposed to be doing to help, knowing that I probably shouldn't be trying to do anything to help. But I don't know. It's been an interesting journey with you through this sensory processing / dyslexia stuff / anxiety. I think the sensory processing and the learning processing are related.
I think so too.
And I think
because like the delay.
Mm-hmm.
The delay.
You have a processing delay. Is what they'd said. The processing delay doesn't mean that you're dumb. It means that you're
delay.
The woman described it perfectly. This woman described it perfectly. So if anybody listening has a child that's been diagnosed with a processing delay, this is how she described it to me. And I went, I completely get it now. So when I learn my multiplication tables, just for example, it could be anything. It could be history, whatever. But if I learn my multiplication tables, my brain has a file folder and it files it away in the file folder very neatly. So when someone says to me, what's 3 times 5? I go, 15. I found it right here in this file, 15. What's 10 times 10? 100. It's automatic for me because everything is neatly filed. For someone who has a processing delay, they have that same paperwork, but it's all piled on a desk. It's in a pile. So they have to mentally look through that pile on the desk to find what's 10 times 10. I know I've got it here somewhere.
Isn't it like if you had a stroke and you look for words?
I don't know if that's the same. I don't know. It may be, but I don't know. I can't say for sure if they're related at all. You don't have any damage in your brain. A stroke is a damaged brain. It's a part of the brain that's been damaged. So you don't have a damaged part. But when she told me that's how someone with a processing delays brain works, I went, that makes total sense. The information's all in there. It doesn't organize itself the way it does for me. So for you, you're just a little disorganized in there. So it takes you a minute longer to find the same answer, but you got the answer. It's in there.
Test me.
Huh?
Test me.
Test you on what?
Do the multiplication.
7 times 8.
56.
That's right. Very good. 9 times 9.
81.
See? Look at you looking through that pile on top of your desk.
You see my eyes moving.
I do. Okay. 4 times 4.
16.
Yes.
Yeah.
See? You got it there. But imagine when you're first learning it. Remember in 3rd grade when Miss Thompson did the 1 minute timed multiplication table where you had to do circle. Like all in the circle. You had to do all your 3s in 1 minute, right? And you could never pass it. And so we went to her and we said, she's never going to pass 3rd grade if she has to do it in 1 minute. And so she said, tell her to come in early and we'll test her by herself where there's no distraction, no kids around, because part of the processing delay is that if you're distracted, then it makes it even harder to look through that pile on your desk because you're over here going, well, what's Zoe doing while I'm doing this? Mm-hmm. She's already finished because all her numbers are in her file folder and I'm still looking, oh boy, I'm just going to give up. So we would go to Miss Thompson's early and she would cheat for you. Did you know that?
No.
She would cheat. She would let you, unless you went way over a minute. If you went like a minute and 15, she'd pass you. She just gave you that little extra. She was one of the best teachers you've ever had. She really understood that what was important was that you knew your multiplication tables, not that you got them in a minute. Mm-hmm. She wanted you to get them closer to a minute so it didn't slow you down in math in general. So she was challenging you to find that answer as quickly as you could. But for you, she said a minute's not enough. So we'll give her a minute. She bet a minute and 15. She wanted you to give that extra little bit. And you passed every single one. Every one. You got 0 through 12. Every single one.
Okay, I don't remember any of my 12s.
You don't remember 12 times 12?
No.
What's 10 times 10?
100?
100. So
how
what's
about
11 times 11?
121.
So what's 12 times 12?
I don't know. Let me test you.
Okay.
Let me test you. 1 times 1.
1.
8 times 1.
8.
8 times 0.
0.
I can't think of any.
You can't think of any.
8 times 12.
8 times 12? 96.
Stop. You can't repeat the question. Don't do that.
Why?
Because that's taking time. That's what I do in class.
Oh, well, maybe I have a processing delay we didn't know about. That's my work.
11, 12, 12.
What? 11. Can you repeat the question, please?
11 times 12.
11 times 12?
Hey, stop. Don't repeat it. Don't.
See? Maybe I have a processing delay too.
3.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
You can't repeat. 9 times 3.
Now I'm thinking about it too hard. 9 times 3 is 27. See?
Stop. You can't repeat it. You
But
can't repeat
I
it.
wonder if that's how I learned it. Because it's automatic for me to do that. So I wonder if my 3rd grade teacher made me answer like that. Because that's how I learned that. I don't even think about it.
That
I
was
don't
just
even
a
realize I'm
cheat
doing
sheet
it.
for me to like repeat the question mindlessly and then just
It buys you
think
time.
of the answer.
I wonder if that's how I learned to give the answer. Because I did that every single time you asked me the question. What'd you say? Exactly. That's my point. I wonder if I had to memorize it by saying 3 times 3 is 9. 6 times 3 is 18.
How about try without doing it?
Okay, I'm going to
Okay.
try. You got to give me a
Give
question.
me a minute. 6 times 5.
30.
See, you do it fast.
No, but I really wanted to say 6 times 5 is 30.
You wanted to say that? Did you?
I wanted to, but I had to stop myself.
Oh, I thought you
6
meant
times
like
5 is 30.
I thought you were going to say 6 times 30, so I wanted to say that, so I'm going to say it.
What? What?
Never mind.
What's 4 times 9?
36.
Yes.
Because I do that as a cheat sheet. I say it, I repeat it. I didn't repeat it.
I must
then.
have learned it because he's right. If that's how I memorized it, then that's how it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
As far as I know, I didn't have any learning troubles.
No, you're perfect.
No, I'm not perfect. I'm actually not perfect.
I know.
I got in trouble constantly for my handwriting. Oh my God.
Oh, same.
I got
I'm
points
so
off for
bad.
handwriting all the way through school, all the way through 12th grade. I got points off my stuff for sloppy handwriting.
I have the same. We have the same handwriting.
I can't. Handwriting, it takes so much focus for me I have to focus so hard to have decent handwriting, like where people can read it. It's really frustrating, but I can type like nobody's business. I wonder if our brain works too fast for our hands.
Yeah, it does.
Mine too, right? So I'm thinking, and I'm trying to write as fast as I'm thinking.
And then my hand hurts.
And then
sloppy.
Exactly. And then you can't read
Or
it.
just too smart.
And then I can't even read it back to myself to know what I just wrote down. It's really
Yeah.
frustrating. Really frustrating. Perfection is hard.
We've done this for like 2 hours.
We have not. We have?
Yeah, I've been looking at the clock.
Oh, are you counting the minutes till you can leave?
No, I look at the clock and then I look at the Mayan thing and then I look at you.
Oh, yeah.
That's a cycle.
Is that your cycle?
Mm.
You are really funny. So do you think you're funny?
It depends. Because I'm funny and not the joking way.
Okay.
Like it's just a thought. Like I don't mean to be funny.
Yeah. You're a very interesting person.
That's not.
You know, I'm saying this and I'll tell you why. We have this picture frame in our kitchen, right? The skylight frame. I love that frame because I have pictures in there, really mostly from elementary school on, because before that, nothing was really digital. Everything was kind of digital in a different way. And I don't have a lot of those pictures. I got to actually get them off this hard drive, but whatever. So I watch you. I see you every day at all different ages. And there was when you were in elementary school, I think you were one of the most free-spirited kids ever. You wore what you wanted. You did what you wanted. Obviously there were rules in our house and whatever, but like you would wear like a roughly dress with cowboy boots and a big headband with a flower on the side, and none of it matched. None of it even kind of went together.
Mm-hmm.
And you did not care. You didn't wear underwear, so you wore like bike shorts under every dress ever.
I know.
And you look like part hobo, part this like really eccentric, adorable, marches to the beat of her own drum kind of girl. You've always been a person that marches to your own drum. And sometimes I think it makes you feel insecure now that you're older. Is that true?
Yeah, probably.
And I don't want that for you. As your mom, I want you to beat that damn drum and be super proud of it and know that that is one of the most attractive parts of who you are, is that you are an independent thinker and you always have been someone who has her own thoughts, her own sense of style. You don't follow the rules that everybody else follows with expressing who you are. And I look at that little girl who decided to get the short haircut that was over one eye.
Stop, Mom.
And I go, what
Stop.
a brave,
I don't want to think about that again.
cool chick. And you still are a brave, cool
So
chick.
Dad and Georgia made fun of me.
But I think some of that has gone into hiding a little bit.
Okay.
And I want you to know that it's safe to let some of it out. Because it's the best.
Okay.
It's super fun.
Gotcha.
Remember when you had to do that book report on Jane Goodall?
Yes.
And you wore a safari suit and you had a little stuffed monkey that hung
And then
around your
Kylie
neck.
was literally Queen Victoria.
She was Queen Victoria. Okay, let me talk to you just a minute about you and Kylie. Kylie and you were...
You weren't supposed to say, were you?
I don't know. So you and Kylie, Sandy's daughter.
Yeah.
You and Kylie were inseparable.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that's accurate?
Yeah.
What do you think? What did you guys do? Like, who you are today is so different. I don't know what you did when you hung out before. Did you like play dolls or what did you do? Just goof around?
We just goofed around.
You guys were just goofy, weren't you?
Yeah. Like, I remember Kylie, we have these videos of us when we were like in, I don't even know what grade we're in, second or third. And then we were in our old bathroom, like the pink bathroom. And Kylie decided to do a YouTube video where we were like adult women. And we were putting on makeup. It was a makeup tutorial.
Oh my God.
And Kylie was so serious about it.
Yeah.
And I was not serious about it at all. And Kylie kept getting mad at me.
She did.
Yeah. And then Kylie was like, I have to weigh myself 20 kilograms off. And I was like, what? She was so funny. We still have the video.
She is very funny still. I think she cracks
She's so serious
me up.
And that stuff.
She cracks me up, that kid. You guys had a really sweet, cute friendship. I really enjoyed it. And not that you're not friends anymore. It's just that you kind of grew different ways. Nothing wrong with that. It happens to everybody. It's very rare that you meet your best friend in kindergarten and you're still best friends in 12th grade. That's almost never happens. But I enjoyed your friendship with Kylie. I enjoyed that you guys really wanted to be together all the time and had a good time and that we all had fun together. Our families had so much fun together. We still do. I mean, our families still have fun together, but you guys aren't like super thick like you used to be.
No, but it's okay.
It's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Kylie's so funny.
What's that?
Kylie's still funny.
She's hysterical. And I think she loves you very, very much. And I think she'll love you forever. Do you feel that way about her? Yeah. I think so. That's really cool. Maybe it's cool to me because I moved school so many times. I didn't get the opportunity to have that friendship until I met Becky in 7th grade. So I don't have anybody from like little, except Stephanie, my cousin, but everybody has cousins. So
Teddy.
Oh, Mr. T.
He's actually so pleasant to be around.
Yeah, he's been great.
It's the big crowds that are bad with them.
Well, I think he just gets really overwhelmed. This is a family that has, I can unarguably say, a lot of very large personalities. Bert has a big personality. Cotty has a good big personality. Georgia has a big personality. Nana has a big personality. Everybody's got a big person. Papa has a big personality. I have a big personality. So I think when all those big personality people get together, it's a little much for him at 4 years old. He doesn't really know which end is up. And I think it's just a lot and it gets really disruptive. And
he's so sweet.
And he's a very, very sweet kid. He's a great kid. He's just 4. And, 4-year-olds come with their challenges, just like 3-year-olds, just like 2-year-olds, just like 15-year-olds who pick their nails off.
I don't mean to. They're getting annoying right now.
But
because I can't close my fist.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like that either. That's why I never have long nails.
I know.
You never know when you may need to rumble.
Because I know. Or you just go like this.
Credit card denied.
Stop. Denied, Mom.
You're denied. Credit
Stop.
card denied.
But yeah, they look nice.
What?
They're pretty. My nails.
Without the nails?
No,
or with them?
They look pretty.
Oh yeah, they're cool.
Oh
I
my-
can't believe you do them yourself.
I just carved them.
But that's so pretty freaking artsy of you.
It's my first time doing it.
Okay, so we should wrap up this podcast. How do we wrap it up, Isla? Do you think people will enjoy listening to our conversation? Do we talk like this like normally?
I think so.
I think we do. Do you think we have a good relationship or a bad relationship?
We have a good
Or
relationship.
so-so?
I mean, besides when we get into fights, but
You think that we are the only mother-daughter team that argues?
yes.
We are not. I think we have a really
George
good
and you
relationship.
don't argue.
George and me don't argue?
No.
Well, we argue differently than you and I do. You and I
We get
might
violent.
have the same temper. Or temperament.
I'm not an Aries.
I didn't say you were an Aries. But let me tell you something, stubborn, McStubborn. I am stubborn, McStubborn also. And the thing about the difference with me and you, as me and Georgia, is that, believe it or not, Georgia is very much like your dad. And in a lot of ways, I kind of know how to manage your dad.
I know how to manage him.
You know how to manage your dad better than anybody
And then
in our family.
I don't know how to manage her because she's different than him.
She is different. They're not the same. But I don't know. For some reason, I just know how to manage her in a different way than I know how to manage you. You become immovable, where I can talk to Georgia and she can
Listen.
And when I talk to you, I can tell you the most logical, best advice.
That's
and if
pretty
you don't
much
want to
how
hear
I
it,
always get in arguments, though.
what's that?
That's how I always get in arguments, though.
What do you mean?
I get immovable.
Yeah, you're immovable. George is not immovable. That's the difference. And then I don't like immovable. I don't like
That's
it.
mean.
No, I don't like immovable. Immovable is a one-way street. And I don't like one-way streets. I like two-way streets. And so I try to force you to not be immovable. And then you don't want to do it. So that's where we butt heads.
Well, you're
is I go,
immovable, too.
I can be, but I can be movable. And you haven't quite learned that lesson yet. When to be immovable and when to be pliable.
I'm just too prideful.
There are times for both of them. Hey, being immovable has served me well in a lot of places, and in some places it hasn't. So you have to learn when to hold them, when to fold them, when to use it and when to lose it. And to go, you know what? Now is not the time. Now maybe I should listen to what this person who knows more than I do, because they've been on the planet for 35 years longer than me and are really smart and actually, is my mother and has my best interest at heart. Maybe I should put down my weapons.
It's too many words.
Maybe I should put down my weapons and open my heart and let her in for just a minute.
Blockade.
But you don't do that. You go, I'm doing it my way, and you can just take a long walk off short pier.
I love that saying for some reason.
You
It's
do?
just so smart.
It's very visual, right?
A long walk off a short pier.
I didn't say it like that, but I could if you want me to. A long walk off a short pier. That ain't even how I have an accent.
I know.
I think we have a great relationship, and I am very grateful for it. So
Do you think I'd be a good Southern woman? No, probably not.
I don't even know how to answer that question.
Why?
Because I really don't know. I don't think I'm a good Southern woman.
Yeah, you are.
I have a
You
good
like-
Southern accent.
You like chickens?
Well, I mean, there's country. Country is different than Southern.
Would I be a good country woman?
No,
I don't think I would either.
no, I don't think you are. I
No.
think you too cityfied. I think your sister would be a might better country woman than
Oh,
you.
yeah. She
Yeah.
would be.
I don't think you're as
She's
country.
blonde.
What does that have to do with anything?
She's naturally blonde.
What does that have to do with anything about being country?
Country people are blonde.
There is not one person in my family that's blonde. Who's blonde? Abigail.
Georgia.
But Georgia's blonde from your daddy. I wasn't blonde. I was blonde when I was
Abigail.
really little. Abigail.
Oh, yeah, Abigail.
But I wouldn't call Abigail country.
Well, you can dye her hair blonde.
Abigail's pretty cityfied.
No, yeah,
also.
she is.
She is. She's totally
Abigail.
cityfied.
I
She
love
graduated from
Abigail.
college. Can you believe that?
Already?
Yeah, can you believe
When?
that? I know this. Just did. She finished, I think she walks in May, but
I'm going to cry.
I know, right? I can't
I'm
believe
going to ask for my painting back.
You
I
are?
painted her something.
Beautiful.
I forgot to get it back.
Well, I don't think you get
I
it
know,
back.
I don't get it back.
No.
I was just wondering about that, though.
I told her if she
really
ever
like
wanted to get rid of it, that I wanted it. And I made
Mhm.
her promise me she would give it back to me. Okay, so here's how we're going to wrap up this podcast. You ready? You ready? I think we have a great relationship.
Oh.
And I
it's
am
not-
really grateful for it because I really wanted to have a good relationship with my daughters. I wanted to very much. And I think I'm very lucky to have two young ladies who are different from each other, but seem to have a similar heart.
Except George's is violence.
Georgia is not. And I don't like
Violence and
that you say
violence and
that. She's
violence.
different from you, but different doesn't mean bad.
Violence.
Different means different.
It means violence.
And I think once you guys are older and out of college, you will really, really enjoy each other's company. Like Zay and Ka. Zay and Ka are very different. They're not even sort of similar. And they really enjoy each other's company. And I think that you guys have always been that way when you were younger. And then once you got in high school, you did typical high school sister stuff where there's back and forth and tension and jockeying for control and who's
She
in
hits
power. And she does not hate you. That's
Hit.
ridiculous.
Hit.
She hits you? That's because she's aggressive and she's not supposed to be. But I think once you get a little older, you'll
I think
appreciate
she has
each
too
other.
much testosterone in her veins.
You do?
Yeah.
Could be.
She needs to go on estrogen
You think
for
so?
a while, yeah.
No, she doesn't.
Why?
Trust me. Because she's got a very girly figure, and that's usually and sometimes can be an indicator as to whether or not you have enough estrogen. And she's very girly.
Wait, then I don't have enough.
Yes, you do. You have plenty. You're very curvy.
Whoa, Mom.
You are. You got a little
Whoa.
Wu-Tang Clan. You got little pretty little legs. And I know I can't see like the shape of your upper body, but I kind of get a good idea based on the other like size of bra.
No.
What happened?
I broke the nail.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna put them back on
Oh my
too.
God. Okay, can we wrap this up so Halston can go home? He probably
I
wants
have
to
been
eat his
trying
vegan
to.
meal. No, you haven't. You keep changing the subject.
No, I don't.
I just gave you a big heartfelt speech about being so proud and happy that we have a good relationship, and you're picking your nails off and changing the subject to your sister
I am
hitting
not.
you. Yes, you are. Well, thanks for podcasting with me today because, you know, in the climate of COVID we're in at the moment, I'm having a hard time getting guests.
Why don't you get
So what's that?
a fan to be a guest? Oh, that's weird.
A fan to be a guest?
Yeah.
You mean a listener?
Yeah.
I could do that, but then, you know, that's the thing is it's hard in person because of COVID.
Yeah.
So like I keep scheduling people and they keep getting COVID or keep getting, you know, having other things come up. I had someone scheduled for last week and I had to cancel, and
We did it.
someone scheduled for next week who just canceled. So thank you for filling in for me.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Do you like podcasting?
It's nice. It's not what I'd want to do for a job.
No.
No, but it's fine. It's
But you
good.
don't mind.
Yeah, I don't mind doing it.
Awesome.
Don't mind at all. I feel like I'm like pitying myself.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Or like I guess I feel like I'm gonna say something wrong.
How is that pitying yourself?
Pitying my never mind.
What?
Never mind.
You mean you're feeling cautious about what you say because you're going to say something you're not proud of? Guess what? Halston can edit anything out that you don't want to be out.
Okay.
So if you ever, I want you to feel free to say whatever you want and know that you go, hey, Mom, I don't want you to put that out, I would absolutely take it out. Or if there's anything I thought you shouldn't put out in the world, I would take it out.
Like a what?
I don't know.
Like your bra smutty
size.
book.
Like your bra size.
I don't even know my bra size. We need to go to Victoria's Secret.
I know. We got to go get you measured.
What was I going to tell you? George is going to be coming home for tomorrow for dinner. She's going to be staying home for dinner.
Tomorrow?
Yeah. I asked her to very nicely.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
And what did she say?
She said she will.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Because she is one social butterfly, huh?
I know.
That girl is in the road all the time.
I know.
Do you miss her?
Yes.
You do?
I wish she didn't have friends.
You wish she didn't have friends?
Yeah.
I'm very glad she has friends.
Her friends lived far away.
I wish that you had friends like that.
Whoa.
That you could go hang out with too like that. No?
I like hanging out with my friends on occasion because then it makes it more special.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You don't like living with them like George is doing lately?
I don't like living with them.
Well, that may change too. In 2 years, you may be just like her.
Yeah.
And be constantly in the road.
Yeah.
It's totally normal. Both things, are totally normal.
What's your personality test?
Huh?
What's your personality test?
What does that mean?
Like INFP.
What?
ENFP.
I have no idea what you're talking about. INFP?
Yeah.
Is that like a diagnosis for a sinus problem?
No, it's a personality test thing where you take it and you're either like ENFP or like ENTP, and it's like extrovert.
Ear, nose, and throat?
No, it's like it's like extrovert, this and that and that.
Oh, I don't know.
I know mine.
What's yours?
ENFP.
What does that mean?
Extrovert, intuitive. F. What's F?
Farter?
No, wait.
Flatulence?
Mom, please stop. I'm actually gonna get
Flirter?
mad. I'm gonna get mad.
Flamingo.
Okay. Goodbye.
No, what is F?
I don't know what F is. P. F is like, it just means that you're social and intuitive and you feel with your, F is feel.
Uh-huh.
ENFP. ENFT. I forgot it. All right.
Oh my God. You're killing me, Larry.
Oh, you wanted to stop it, so stop the podcast. Jeez.
Oh my God.
Be like.
And on that cliffhanger.